Ladies and gentlemen, we are here with our week 7 matchup in the UBL. My name is CBAD, coach of the Detroit Steelwings, and it's a weird time to be recording this because as of hopefully as of seeing this, everything is rectified. But as of right now recording this, I have not yet uploaded my week 5 battle because life just got crazy. I've recorded my week 6 team builder, but not my battle because we couldn't connect for whatever reason. So hopefully that's been resolved by the time you guys are seeing this. So I don't know how my week 6 matchup turned out, and I'm hoping we won, and I'm hoping we're going to just win out the rest of the season. But we've got our work cut out for us today. We are going up against my dad, Ultra Player, and the West Virginia Miniors. Go check out his channel. Link will be in the description as always. Great battler, fantastic content creator, like one of the best draft league battlers around. So definitely go check that out if you are looking to see how it's actually done. My dad is the best. So we've got our work cut out for us this week. It's a very tough matchup. I'll go on ahead and talk about the 6. If you guys are new, I do a little bit of you'll see some text floating somewhere on screen in post-production. Anyways, you can go on ahead and hop right on ahead over to the Wi-Fi battle. I just realized I'm not wearing my my Detroit Steelwings merch today. It's pick some up if you want to. It's been I without going into more details than not, it has just been, life's been crazy the past like 3-4 weeks. So hopefully everything's almost done and we can go back to normalcy over here. But until then, definitely pick up some merch if you want to help out. And of course, check out my my dad's channel in the description. Text floating somewhere on screen in post-production if you guys want to hop right on ahead to the Wi-Fi battle. I always recommend you guys watch the team builder so you guys know what I'm bringing and why I'm bringing it. But all that being said, thank you guys for watching. You guys are going to start to see some teams appear on screen right about now. My opponent has a team that consists of Rillaboom, Jirachi, Arcanine, Galar Weezing, Hawlucha, Umbreon, Rhydon, Kanto Raichu, Clawitzer, Exploud, and Drifblim. So he's got a lot of unburdened potential there with grassy terrain. Some things to note about my opponent's team. Hawlucha is super fast. Very insanely well put together team. I wouldn't expect anything less. 2 incredibly good stealth rockers in Jirachi and Rhydon. A toxic spiker in the form of Weezing. 3 defoggers in the form of Drifblim, Hawlucha, and Weezing. 3 wish passers in Umbreon, Jirachi, and Raichu. Healing Wish in Jirachi, Aromatherapy in Weezing, and Heal Bell in Umbreon. So very solid team. If I had to anticipate 6 that I think my opponent is going to bring, I think Rillaboom is great, just to be able to set the terrain and nerf some of my sand abusers. I think Arcanine is good just for the intimidates. I think that Umbreon is a must. Jirachi is always really good. I could see Hawlucha to be paired with the Rillaboom, and then probably like Clawitzer. I think Clawitzer could be a really good bring as well. I've had trouble dealing with the past, and if my dad has done his research, he knows that Clawitzer can give me a little bit of trouble. So we're going to start breaking down the team. The first Pokemon that we are bringing this week is going to be Zoomies the Excelgor. He's rocking his heavy duty boots with the sticky hold ability. We have Bug Buzz, Energy Ball, Spikes, and Mudshot. 132 EVs in defense, 252 in special attack, 124 in speed with a timid nature. With this speed, we are outspeeding Scarf. We're outspeeding his whole team, and we're outspeeding Scarf Exploud by 1 point, which is fantastic. We have 252 EVs in special attack just to get the most bang for our buck off our base 100 special attack. And then the 132 in defense are actually, if it comes down to like a 1v1 versus Excelgor and Rillaboom, but I can take a Grassy Glide and turn around and do some big boy damage with Bug Buzz in return. I don't think there's anything too crazy there. Because he's got some great rockers and some great, and a good T-Spiker as well. I don't want to run like a Life Orb or anything like that on Excelgor. I think just being able to run the heavy duty boots is going to be nice. And should anything decide to go for a knockoff, we can always keep our boots on. Next Pokemon we are bringing is going to be Chromastone the Gigalith. He's rocking his leftovers with the Sandstream ability. We have Rest, Sleep Talk, Earthquake, and Rock Blast. 196 EVs in HP, 100 in defense, 212 in special defense with an Impish Nature. With this spread, we are 3-hit KO'd by Scarf Jirachi, so max physical attack Jirachi. And then the rest is put into special defense to help out with Pokemon like Galarian Weezing, to help out against Raichu, to help out potentially against something like Clawitzer or Exploud. Sandstream with 212 in special defense will go a little bit. It'll go a little bit. Edgequake was really good against his team, in my opinion. Rillaboom, we can hit that with a Rock Blast. Earthquake hits Jirachi, Rock Blast hits Arcanine, Earthquake hits Weezing, Rock Blast hits Hawlucha, Rock Blast hits Umbreon, Earthquake hits Rhydon and Raichu, Rock Blast hits Clawitzer, and Exploud and Drifblim. So Rest, Talk, Edgequake just seem to be really good to take advantage of our natural 135 base attack and just kind of stay around a little bit longer, because the next Pokemon we are bringing is going to be Ed the Excadrill. We're bringing a few interesting sets this week from here on out. So this one, just kind of bear with me and I'll explain. We're bringing Ed the Excadrill. He is Choice Scarf, with the Sand Rush ability. We have X Scissor, High Horsepower, Iron Head, and Rock Slide, 252 EVs in attack, 116 in defense, and 140 in speed with an adamant nature. Without the sand, our Excadrill is outpacing max speed Hawlucha, and Hawlucha hits 187. We are hitting 188 with a Choice Scarf. I'm just double checking my math here. A 189 with our Choice Scarf, excuse me. So we're outpacing Jolly Hawlucha with the Scarf. When Hawlucha gets Unburdened, its speed doubles. So when the sand is up, our Choice Scarf Excadrill speed doubles, and we are going to be able to outpace Unburdened Hawlucha outside of that as well. So that's kind of the mindset going into that, is that I wanted to be able to kind of catch him off guard and maybe go for an Iron Head or something like that on a weakened Hawlucha. X Scissor hits the Excadrill's just got really, really good coverage, I think, this week. The X Scissor hits Pokemon like the Rillaboom, or a High Horsepower hits the Jirachi. Oh, actually, let me actually change that on Gigalith. So you guys probably already saw Stomping Tantrum on Gigalith as opposed to Earthquake, because I completely forgot about the grassy terrain when I was building that. Everything else I remembered, but just not that one. So Pseudo Edgequake. We'll do I want Stomping Tantrum or do I want Bulldoze for speed control? Let's do Stomping Tantrum. We want Edgequakes just to be able to hit harder. So Gigalith has Stomping Tantrum and Rock Blast. So when you guys see that in post-production, you guys are like, hey, so what are you talking about? Earthquake, Stomping Tantrum. That's what he's got. So we have X Scissor for the Rillaboom. High Horsepower hits the Jirachi and the Arcanine and the Weezing. Iron Head is going to hit the Hawlucha. The X Scissor can also, X Scissor, High Horsepower, and Iron Head all hit the Umbreon. High Horsepower and Iron Head both hit the Rhydon. High Horsepower for the Raichu. For the Clawitzer, for the Exploud, and Rock Slide also hits the Drifblim. 116 in defense, just in case Rillaboom decides to, if it's a 1v1 and I need to take just a little bit extra damage from that Grassy Glide. We've got an insanely high HP. We've got a base 110 HP, so the extra 116 in defense to help us take that Grassy Glide just a little bit better. Next Pokemon I'm bringing on the team, we've got Jammy the Tangela. He's rocking his Eviolite with a Regenerator ability. We have Giga Drain, Sludge Bomb, Toxic, and Knockoff. 84 EVs in HP, 252 in defense, 172 in speed with a Bold Nature. This is a really speedy Tangela, and the reason for that is because I wanted to outspeed a max speed Rhydon. In case Rhydon does show up and Rhydon's like a double dance set. Rhydon's also a good Pokemon to kind of help out against Toxtricity if I wanted to bring it. So Rhydon definitely could show up, and because of that, we are going to be faster than the Rhydon. Giga Drain does a ton of damage to an Eviolite Rhydon. Sludge Bomb hits Pokemon like the Rillaboom, like the Weezing, like the Arcanine, like the Hawlucha, like we can Toxic Umbreon always, and then just got to worry about, it synchronizing us back. But Sludge Bomb hits a lot of Pokemon on his team. Giga Drain is nice. Knockoff for removing items, and then Toxic for wearing down some of those bulkier Pokemon. I think that's really easy to explain. We take some hits from Rillaboom, Arcanine, and Hawlucha without setup, so this is more of our defensive pivot this week. The next Pokemon we're bringing on the team is going to be Patience the Slowking. He's rocking Leftovers with the Regenerator ability. We have Teleport, Fire Blast, Scald, and Focus Blast. 252 EVs in HP, 204 in defense, 52 in special defense with a Calm Nature. With this, we are actually 3-hit KO'd by Jolly, Rhydon, Earthquake. The rest of that is put into special defense. The Pokemon that he can go for especially defensive or especially offensive moves with, we take those hits pretty well from some of our other Pokemon. So I felt it was more so, he's got a lot more physical attackers than he does the special attackers, in my opinion. Clawitzer hits pretty hard, so we do need to keep an eye out for that. But other than that, the majority of his team, 125 attack on Rillaboom, 100 on Jirachi, 110 on Arcanine, 130 on Rhydon as well. I mean, all these Pokemon just hit really hard. I mean, even Raichu, you're like, oh, Raichu's got a high special attack. Raichu shares the same special attack as it does physical attack. They're both base 90. So Clawitzer is his big one that can hit really hard with 120 special attack. Jirachi and Arcanine both have 100 special attack, but I think they would both be physically offensive if they decided to show up. So that's why I'm going with this set. Teleport is a -6 switch priority, so we can take a hit, teleport out, and switch out into something like Excelgor, into something like Excadrill, into something like Gigalith, into something like Tangela if need be. Our discount Regenerator Core hopefully going to be doing a lot of work this week. Fire Blast hits the Rillaboom, it hits the Jirachi, Scald hits the Arcanine, Scald hits the Weezing, Scald hits the Hawlucha, Focus Blast hits the Umbreon, Scald hits the Rhydon, Scald hits the Raichu, Focus Blast hits the Clawitzer, Focus Blast hits the Exploud, and Scald hits the Drifblim. We've just got kind of like an overall good power, like Scald is really nice for burning, and then just being able to toss off some big boy damage moves with Fire Blast or Focus Blast. Hopefully landing all of our moves, being able to put out just a little bit more damage with this Pokemon. Last Pokemon we're bringing. I like this set, and I'm hoping it will catch my opponent off guard. So we talked about, so we've got the really fast Tangela. We've got the Choice Scarf Sandrush Excadrill, and now we are bringing Choice Specs Grimmsnarl. Gloxinia is rocking his Choice Specs with the Frisk ability. Trick, Dark Pulse, Dazzling Gleam, and Thunder Wave. We have 252 EVs in special attack, 4 in special defense, 252 in speed with a timid nature. With this speed, we are actually outspeeding max speed Clawitzer. A combination of Grimmsnarl's dual stab is really, really nice to have. A Pokemon like Jirachi, a Pokemon like Hawlucha, a few of his Pokemon just don't appreciate just being tricked to Choice Specs. So being able to cripple some of those walls and just toss them at Choice Specs can be really nice. Afterwards, we can go on ahead and start tossing off some Thunder Waves as well. We're running Frisk over Prankster because in the situation where I go to trick the Umbreon, I cannot go for a Prankster move against a Dark type, so we are running Frisk. I think that will help us out in the long run, being able to identify some items on my opponent's team. Just being able to see, kind of get an early idea on what he has and you know, what he's going to bring can be nice. But even if we don't end up, even if we keep our Choice Specs the entire time, Dark Pulse and Dazzling Gleam. Dark Pulse hitting the Rillaboom, hitting the Jirachi, hitting the Arcanine. Dazzling Gleam hitting the Weezing. Dazzling Gleam hitting Hawlucha, hitting Umbreon. Both Dual Stab hitting Rhydon, hitting Raichu, hitting Clawitzer, hitting X-Cloud, and Dark Pulse hitting Drifblim. It's just a really, really hard-hitting Pokemon. So even if we don't, like I said, even if we don't keep our Choice Specs, we are still able to toss out just some really mean damage output overall with our base 95 special attack. So I'm hoping it'll catch my opponent off guard, like I said. So that is going to be our team. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comment section down below. I'm going to cut to where we connect, and I'll be right back. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here with our Week 7 matchup, going up against my dad, Ultra Player, in the West Virginia Miniors. If you guys are excited, show some love on that like button down below. If you guys are new, subscribe for more Draft League content. We got plenty of that over here on this channel. If you guys missed the team builder, you guys see the 6 that I'm bringing right below me. We have Heavy Duty Boots, Excelgor, Leftovers, Rest Talk, Gigalith here. We have Excadrill with Choice Scarf and Sandrush. We have defensive Speedy Tangela, defensive Teleport 3 attack Slowking, and then Choice Specs Grimmsnarl. You guys see the 6 that I expect my opponent to bring right below me. Rillaboom, Arcanine, Umbreon, Jirachi, Hawlucha, and Clawitzer. Let me know what you guys think of the matchup. Feel free to pick up some merch in the description down below. I'm going to cut to team preview, and we'll be right back. All right, so my opponent has 4 out of 6 Pokemon that we thought. We don't see the Umbreon, instead we see Galar Weezing, and we don't see the Jirachi, and instead we see Rhydon. So I am okay with all of that. I think our best bet is to lead off with Excelgor here and just kind of let the cards fall where they may. We're not too Rock Rake if he leads off with Rhydon, so I do not mind that. Unburdened Hawlucha is going to be a pain, but we can maybe take some stuff and do some things. Yeah, it's going to be a fun matchup. It's going to be a fun matchup. I am very much so looking forward to this. I didn't realize this at the time of the team preview, or at the time of team builder, but my dad, Ultra Player, is currently 6-0 right now, so totally not terrifying at all. But there is always room for a loss. I don't know if that'll be us today, but we're going to try our best and see what he's got cooking for us. This is quite literally my first league match in probably about 3 weeks. So I'm going to have to shake off the rust here early. He leads off with Ritsu, which is going to be the Rillaboom. So we're going to be able to get a really nice bug buzz off on this thing right out the gate. We do see that it has the Grassy Surge. We do see that it has that. So Arcanine is a really good pivot if he doesn't want to take a Grassy Surge. I also just like getting a Spike Up. I don't know if he wants to stay in, but I'm just going to go for a Spike right out the gate. That way, if he gets rocks up with Rhydon, it'll be good for damage against everything on his team aside from the Hawlucha. So I've got no issue there. Arcanine's a pretty good pivot. Hawlucha's actually a decent pivot as well now that I'm taking a look at it. But he may also just choose to stay in based on the spread that he's got and choose to attack me. So let's see what he wants to do here. He withdraws. So going for a Spike was a good play. And goes out into Speedwagon, which is going to be the Galarian Weezing. Okay. And we see that it has neutralizing gas. Okay. We see that it's got that. I can't do too much to this, actually, aside from a Mud Shot. So let me see how much that's doing. Mud Shot's doing 40 to 46. I don't mind it. I don't mind it. I'm going to try it. I'm gonna try. We're doing about half. We're doing about half, and we do get the speed drop. He just goes for Strange Steam. Okay. That is some good damage, and we will get back the grassy terrain here. We will get that back. I could go for another. I could go for another. I could also go out and Excadrill right here. On the Strange Team. I don't think it's a horrible idea. Actually, I'm going to weaken this thing as much as I can. I'm going to go for another Mud Shot. I'm going to go for another one. We're bringing him down. He just goes for the Strange Team to knock me out. Okay. Wheezing KOs Excelgor. With Strange Team. Okay. Now then. I have a perfectly good... let's see. Wheezing naturally is like 80. I've got a perfectly good Excadrill to come in and click Iron Head now. I could also go for a Rock Slide and probably knock it out. I would assume. At this range. Let me double check. Rock Slide is doing 18 to 21. I don't know if I like that. I think High Horsepower might just be my best bet here. We've got the Spike up. Spike will hopefully help. If Arcanine comes in, that's fine. If Rillaboom comes in, we'll get some damage. Hawlucha's insanely aggressive. But I think High Horsepower is going to be our way to go here. Mainly because if Arcanine or Rhydon want to switch in, we'll be able to hit that. Unfortunately, Rock Slide is just out of range to where if this is a max defense Wheezing that I don't want that to happen. Let's see what he wants to do here. I feel like Rillaboom's a fine play. I feel like if he wants to go, I feel like if he wants to go Rillaboom, that's not the worst worst decision in the world there. Ritsu, which is the Rillaboom. Okay. He's going to take a Spike. That's fine. We'll get some High Horsepower off on this thing. Decent damage. Decent damage. And then there's the grassy terrain. So a U-turn is more than likely coming off. He could also just knock off here, which I don't want to have happen. I don't want to have a knockoff happen. Let's go. Knockoff's more than likely going to happen, isn't it? If knockoff's going to happen... If knockoffs... I want to keep Tangela around for Hawlucha. Let's just go out into Tangela. Let's go into Tangela. U-turn or knockoff's about to come out is what I'm expecting. Knockoff. Yeah. So I could have stayed in and lost my Scarf, gotten a little bit more damage off. A Sludge Bomb is pretty free in my opinion. I think after a Spike into a Sludge Bomb should actually knock out Wheezing, I hope. Let's just go on ahead and go for that. And let's see where that takes us. And he's got U-turn, so he's not choiced. Not choice. Let me make a note here. Not choice. So yeah, so Wheezing, unless Wheezing is like Boots or something. Speedwagon, okay. You take the Spike. You do take the Spike. So Spike and a Sludge Bomb should knock you out. All right, cool. 10 KOs Wheezing. And the neutralizing gas wore off. So I don't need to worry about any sort of my regenerator stuff being hindered by that. And unless he's got defog on the Hawlucha, the Spike is here to stay. So let's keep playing. That Spike's hopefully going to come a long way here. Let's see what he wants to do. Let's see what he wants to do. Arcanine could come out. Arcanine could definitely come out. I want to make sure that when I'm calcing my Tangela that I don't have my Eviolite anymore. So if Arcanine shows its face, I actually do not take a Flare Blitz very well. And I don't know if he would want... Here's Umi. Ah, the Clawitzer. Okay. Here comes the Clawitzer. Clawitzer can probably go for a Dark Pulse against me, like expecting the Slowking to want to come in. Jeez, I don't live that either. Okay. Let's go. I'm gonna go Gigalith to set up the sand and get some Regenerator back. Let's see what he wants to do here. I assume a Dark Pulse is coming my way. Ice Beam. Okay, I take that. Ice Beam's doing a lot of damage. That does 34 to Gigalith. Let me just see if I can get an idea on that. Clawitzer. Choice specs. Ice Beam is doing... what is that? 18? So that is not specs, actually. That is not specs at all. So what I will do now is go out into Slowking here. Is he actually withdraws? Okay. Goes out into Ritsu, which is going to be that Rillaboom. Okay. Rillaboom's going to set up that Surge. Huh. I'm interested why Clawitzer's not spec. I'm just going to put not specs on Clawitzer. I'm just going to put not specs. We'll both get Sandstorm. We'll both get Terrain. A grass type move is coming out here, so I can just go right back out into Tangela. And Tangela into, like, toxicking something or knocking off something, I feel like is pretty fine by me. These U-turns. Okay. Fine play. Fine play. We saw that Clawitzer didn't want to go for like a flip turn, didn't want to water pulse my Gigalith, so that's kind of interesting. Here's Yumi. We went for the Ice Beam last time. If I just go straight into Slowking, is that okay to keep this thing around? I got buffeted first. I got buffeted first. Hold on. I'm going to Giga Drain this thing. This is Grassy Terrain boosted Giga Drain. Give me that. Almost. There's a Terrain Pulse. That's a grass type move. There we go. We can take that. No, we can't. Oh, that was a crit. I don't know if that mattered. Oh, man. Clawitzer. KOs. Tangela. Okay. That's unfortunate. But Dark Pulse is looking pretty free right now with our Grimmsnarl. And if Tangela was faster, then we know I didn't see the item on here. I totally didn't see the item, but it's okay because I'm just gonna hit Dark Pulse. We've seen Ice Beam, we've seen Terrain Pulse. I don't know if that Terrain Pulse if that would have KO'd me or not. It's terrain, like it gets boosted by Mega Launcher. It's resisted, but I also have like 12 for special attack, so for special defense. I'm glad we were able to get some of that chip damage off. I'm a little unfortunate about the crit, but the Terrain Pulse would have been good for good coverage for Slowking as well. So we're gonna be able to pick up the Clawitzer here. Grim KOs. Clawitzer. No more Sandstorm either. Rillaboom. Rillaboom coming out? What's coming out here? I'm actually curious what comes out here. Palucha could. Maybe. Halucha maybe could come out here. Got like Poison Jab or something. Let's just see. Goes out Naritsu. Okay. So here's Rillaboom again. We know Terrain's up, and we know he is not banded. Everything hurts me a lot. I could Dark Pulse this for some damage. I could also... Let's Dark Pulse for damage. Let's just Dark Pulse for damage. An Adamant Woodhammer in Terrain knocks me out. And I'm faster, too! Oh, let's go Grimmsnarl! And Terrain is gone. That's perfect for Halucha. Grim KOs. Rillaboom. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's go Grimmsnarl, dude. I thought the weird sense might come in handy. I'm liking the specs Grimmsnarl. Let's go. I am shocked. I am absolutely shocked. That was a really slow Rillaboom. So he's got left. Let me make note here. So he's got left Arcanine, Rhydon, and Halucha. Okay. So I don't even think Halucha wants a Specs Dark Pulse. Let's just see what wants to come out. I'm shocked that we were faster than that. Yeah, because we hit 123. So he had like no speed. He goes down to Yohane. That is the Halucha. Okay. I have no problem going right out into do I go out into... Let's go out into Slow King. Maybe? Let's go to Slow King. There's Swords Dance. Okay. These +2. +2 Throat Chop's gonna hurt, but I can just go for Scald here and get some damage. Let's see what he's got. He might not even be grassy. He might not even be Grassy Seed. He could have like, Close Combat White Herb and be unburdened that way too. So I live a +2 Adamant Throat Chop with Slow King here. Acrobatics. So unless he doesn't naturally have an item, he still has the item. Okay. That is going to be doing good damage, no burn, and I know I can live another. I know I can live another one, and I'm actually curious if I want to preserve this. How much is Excadrill doing to Halucha? It looks like Ironhead does 63 to 75. That's looking like 63 to 75 damage. I'm gonna teleport here because he goes for another Swords Dance. Okay. So let's teleport out. And I'm going to go on Excadrill here. Again, Excadrill's doing 63 to 75 to Halucha. That's looking like 63 to 75 range. Excadrill takes out Halucha. All right, he has Rhydon and Arcanine left. We're not out of the woods just yet, but we're looking okay. Oh, my heart is pounding. My heart is absolutely pounding. All right. Here comes Stella. Stella's the Arcanine. Okay. And Stella's got Intimidate. And Air Balloon. Okay. So what we are going to do is go right out into our Grimmsnarl, or not Grimmsnarl, out into our Gigalith. Get the sand up. Take any sort of hits. And then probably like Rest Talk in front of this thing if it's like a Will-O-Wisp set. Oh, and he actually withdraws and goes out to the Rhydon. Okay. So I want to see here. Gigalith versus Rhydon. Earthquake is gonna hurt me. Stomping Tantrum actually doesn't hurt that much back. And we know Slow King is 3-hit KO'd by this. So I could go right out into Slow King here on the Earthquake. They're 3-hit KO'd by that Earthquake. Let's see what he goes for. There's the Earthquake. Oh, that's huge. Is that? All right. 200 down to 100. I can take one more and go for a Scald here. And then maybe switch out. We live that. Okay, we live. Let's go on ahead and Scald. Big boy damage, big boy damage. Buffeted by the sand, and I live on 1. Okay. Okay. Now. I think, do I sack? I think I sack Slow King here. I'm going to go on ahead and sack Slow King. I'm going to click Scald again. I'm going to go for it. He can knock me out because then I think Grimmsnarl comes in and cleans up. There's the Earthquake right on KO's Slow King. Okay. All right. We're going to go out into Grimmsnarl here and just click Dark Pulse a few times. We should be looking good. And we find his Eviolite, of course. All right. We know that it's Intimidate, Arcanine, not Justified either. Right? Yeah, we saw that Intimidate. We saw these Intimidate with Air Balloon. If it was Justified, I'd be scared. All right, Grimmsnarl's gonna KO Rhydon. All right, cool. Grimmsnarl KO's Rhydon. We've got no sand, so when we do bring back out Gigalith, we'll have a full 5 turns of sand. I think Grimmsnarl can clean this up. Let's see what happens. I don't know what Arcanine wants to do. I'm like shaking. Like I don't want this to like go south. Like work up Arcanine or something just like floors me. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm like I've missed battling. Like I said, it's been like 3 weeks since I've battled. This is like all right. Here comes Stella again. We know Stella's got the Air Balloon. I do think 1 Dark Pulse will be fine just to pop the balloon so I can go for a high horsepower. So I'll go for that. This thing might be faster, actually. But let's see what kind of damage we're doing and what he's doing in return. We're doing over half. And there's the Flare Blitz. That is big boy damage. Okay. I'm going to go for another dog pose here. If he's got extreme speed, he can probably pick me off. Nope. Looks like GRIMMSNARL'S going to pick up another KO. Oh my God. We are going to pick up a 3-0 win over my dad. I never thought Ultra Player is legitimately, I cannot stress this enough. If you guys like league content, this man is one of the best in the business, and I am honored to have had this match. I am thrilled that I think for the first time ever, I'm coming out with the W against him. The man's incredible. Go show some love over to his channel. If you guys have enjoyed this week's battle, go show some love on that like button down below. If you guys are new, subscribe for more so you don't miss out on our last week's battle. Week 8 coming soon. Breejex Battle Royale Season 3, depending on the time this is going up. I don't know if that's already up, but coming soon, right around the corner. All that being said, I want to remind you guys to be great and do great. I'm going to let this outro bang, and I'll talk to you all soon. Later.